The average American throws away nearly 82 pounds of clothes every year.
Each year, more than 11 million tons of textiles, mostly clothing, ends up in our landfill.
One study suggests we wear each item an average of, just listen to this, 7 times.
Fashion is one of the biggest pollutants in the world. About 25% of global carbon emissions will be contributed to fashion if nothing is done by 2050. So textile is non-biodegradable, meaning that it, especially synthetic fabrics, shed microplastics. And as I'm sure you've seen in the media recently, microplastics have been even found in the human brain. So what happens is that the microplastics go into our water, and then let's say the fish drink that water and we eat the fish, and that's how microplastics even end up in our body. And if you think about buying something like polyester, even just washing that material, it sheds plastic.
We hear the newspaper arrive at our house. We have subscriptions to the newspaper, and we run every morning to see if there's anything in the newspaper that we think might make a good bag that might be of interest. I'm Kathy Cormier. I am the co-owner of Couture Planet. We are a startup, woman-owned company based in Lynn, Massachusetts, where we have a sewing shop. All of our products are made from 100% post-consumer materials, like recycled newspapers and things like that. And we are proudly Made in America company. The idea was, how could we use something that was potentially going to a landfill and reuse that beautiful piece of photography or that great story? And then along with using the newspaper, it became an idea of keeping a small footprint. We source everything ethically. We do our best to do that, try to get everything that we can in the United States and from local people, support other local artisans. It's all about keeping, big impact, small footprint.
The process is making some samples of each, cutting them. We do a cold press laminate to turn it into the newspaper fabric, and then we're cutting and sewing. After that process, we have another little area where we're doing finishing bags and putting the handles on, the hang tags, any kind of instruction cards, and then off they go. There is a lot of interest, and there are a lot of conscientious people out there that want to keep a small imprint. We both emotionally get charged when we're somewhere and we see someone carrying our bag. That is a real emotional rush. And I'd be in an airport, you see someone, you go out to dinner, you see someone. So I think we still get a lot of thrills out of running into people that are our end user and are happily carrying them.
It was back in 2019. I was a homeless woman living in a women's shelter. I upcycled many of bed sheets that they were soft and cotton, and I made more than 500 masks. And I donate them, even though I was in need of that income, but I donated everything for the homeless women as mine, and also to seniors home. And my mission was reducing the uses of plastic bags and replacing them with upcycled eco-friendly tote bags. Then I was my customers were my mentors. Then they told me, can you upcycle like clothes? Some of them, they were bringing like clothes that they have stories like from their grandmother, their parent who or loved one who passed away. It is really my honor when sometimes I'm walking in the street or I am in the bus and my customer, they still wearing my tote bag for 2 years, 3 years and more, and they say, oh, do you remember me? I bought this tote bag from you. That's really make me speechless, like, and bring tears to my like eyes. That's like even though like that small piece of tote bag and was made from trash and went to textile material turned to something beautiful, and that things was useful for people like and my customer to carry it for like for many years. I am proud for what I have been through and for being a business owner.
These are all blankets that I'm going to be using. These are all blankets I'm going to be using.
Dude.
Yeah, I have a problem. I have a lot of material to work with. Safe to say I shouldn't go thrifting for a while. If I see something in store, I'm just like, it almost makes me like not want to buy it just because I see that price and I know how it was made, and then I'm like, I can just make this at home. My name's Alexander Pauline, and you can just call me Alex. I upcycle and I make my own clothes, from blankets, upcycled denim, and just other pieces of clothing that you can find either thrifted or at antique stores and stuff. There's a few reasons why I started upcycling. If you go to a store like where they have a bunch of brand new fabrics, a lot of that stuff I feel like is copy and paste between stores. They kind of mass produce it, and it's just, I want something different, a fabric you can't find often. And if you go to like an antique store or a flea market or just shop local like yard sales and stuff, you can find fabrics that you really can't find anymore. And also there's a financial part of it. It's a lot cheaper. That's just another wonder of like thrifting and just finding your stuff sustainably. Some people like pick something up, they're like, oh, you made this? Like, I didn't even know. And they were like purchasing it anyway. And I was like, wait, like I kind of like blend in with like the fashion. Like, this is me. Like, I kind of sell things, you know? That's just a weird way to put it. But yeah, it's just a very rewarding experience to make something and have somebody else actually like it besides yourself.
Mick kind of started by accident. My mom introduced me to selling at markets, and vintage markets and flea markets, and I kind of fell in love with that whole world of the way that people's things that they either discard or sell or pass on sort of tell a story of who they are. Monday, I wake up and I go to the thrift store and I just try to find as much high quality stuff as I can. And that usually takes me like all day. Like, I'm usually there for like 2 hours just like combing through. And then I will spend the rest of the week sewing, like every day. So Saturday, Sunday, I'm setting up at markets, usually in downtown Boston or the South End. And those are like all day things. Like, I leave the house at 8 and I'm setting up at outdoor markets, selling my stuff. I spend like 80% of my time down here alone. And it makes you a little stir crazy, you know? You're like bouncing ideas off like in your own head. Everything's on me, and like there's nobody to hand anything off to, there's nobody to blame. It's just all me. And so that can be challenging at times. I think when I'm having like a down day and there's no one there to like, you know, blow off steam with or like understand what I'm going through, that can be really hard. But I get through it.